This is wild. I think the Sacramento Kings might actually have embraced the tank, as we saw most of your young guys in tonight's game against the Houston Rockets. Have yourself a night. Maxime Raynaud goes for a career night. Just think about it. Max's last 3 games, 17.6 points a game, 60% shooting from the field, 60% shooting from 3, and 5.3 rebounds for 25.5 minutes in just the last 3 games. Let's talk about this one right now on our Kings related podcast post game recap. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of our Kings related podcast, wherever you may be, and this post game recap following the Kings' 4th straight loss on this Wednesday evening in Space City against the Houston Rockets. But first, before we get into tonight's recap of this game, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. We are also available on all audio platforms, so please hit that follow button and rate 5 stars. That will be much appreciated. Sacramento Kings played one half of basketball down in Houston. It was a gritty 24 minutes. Unfortunately, the game of basketball is a 48-minute game, and the Sacramento Kings in this game, they had a strong first half, but it wasn't enough to overcome one of the best teams in the Western Conference of the Houston Rockets. The Kings, they had a 1-point lead at halftime, which turned into a 26-point loss on this Wednesday evening in Houston. As the Houston Rockets, they were led by 3 20-point scores. All the Sacramento were doomed by another lackluster third quarter, falling 121-95. Sacramento Kings, they were outscored in that third quarter, 36-19 in that third quarter. They were out-rebounded in that third quarter, 23-7 in that third. And it was just unbelievable. You had Şengün, who had 28. Kevin Durant, future Hall of Famer, 24. Thompson had 20 for the Houston Rockets, and the Kings were paced by a career night for the rookie Maxime Raynaud, who dropped 25 points in this game. He also had 25. 14 of those came in the fourth quarter, hitting big shots deep. This game tonight got away from Sacramento in that third quarter when the Rockets went on a 22-5 run over a stretch of 5 minutes and 18 seconds. And the Houston Rockets outscored the Kings. Again, unbelievable. 36-19 in that third to take a 16-point lead into the final 12 minutes of this game. And this is a Houston team, one of the best teams in the league and in the Western Conference. And they came in as the NBA's best rebounding team, and the Kings being undersized for today's NBA. Because Houston, they are a model of what today's NBA is, the size and the length, and they finished, Houston did, with a 62-32 advantage over the Kings and outscored them 70-43 in that second half. And it was the fourth straight loss for the Kings, which they have now lost. The Kings have now lost 12 of their last 14, including that 8-game slide that they just snapped that losing streak. This past week, I believe. And Zach LaVine, who just played 18 minutes in this game, scored just 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting, and he only played 5 minutes in that second half. And then DeRozan both went scoreless after halftime, and the Houston Rockets had an imposing big man in the Kiwi, Steven Adams, back in that lineup after Adams missed the last couple games for Houston because of a ankle injury there against the Utah Jazz. But the one thing I really liked from this game, from a Sacramento perspective, was the run on the young guys. And I'll just say this. I wouldn't mind if Maxime Raynaud was given the starting job for the Kings' next game in Miami. Put him in, Coach Christie, because Maxime Raynaud continues to develop for the Sacramento Kings, and it is right now time to increase his role on this team. And the rookie out of Stanford torched the Rockets for 14 points in the first half. Again, he finished with a career high 25 points to go with 6 rebounds and 3 assists, a steal, and a block. And I wouldn't mind if Doug Christie wanted to start him Saturday in Miami against the Heat. Why not? You got nothing to lose. Season's over. You're 5-17. It would be great to see Max get a start against that really good Miami Heat team, and Bam and what they have down there in South Beach. I wouldn't mind it. Another great addition to this team. It didn't happen over the offseason, happened a couple weeks ago. Precious Chua, who was out of the league until GM Scott Perry gave him a call last month, and Precious gives you maximum effort every minute he is on that basketball court, and he has earned his spot in this Kings rotation. And Precious, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals tonight. Phenomenal game. Malik Monk just puts up buckets and points. And Malik pushed the tempo, and he had himself a solid, nice game in Houston, despite the lopsided score in that second half. And the Kings' 6th man off the bench, 21 points of his 25 overall, came in that second half. 5 assists to go along with the scoring, and he played with his standard high level of energy tonight with the Sacramento Kings. Russell Westbrook, kind of a roller coaster ride tonight. He brings A, the energy, and B, the effort. And he almost had moments where he turns the ball over nonstop, but you take the good with the bad with Russell Westbrook, and Russ 12 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, and 4 turnovers for Russ tonight against his former team in the Houston Rockets. Next, not a great night, but the Houston Rockets being long and athletic in today's NBA, which the Kings, if you look at their roster, certainly are not. The Rockets made a considerable effort to limit Keegan Murray and the Kings' 4th-year star forward, and he struggled tonight. Murray, he hit the glass for 11 rebounds in this game. He only scored 5 points on 2 of 11 shooting. Keegan, he turned the ball over 3 times tonight against the Houston Rockets. Zach LaVine, again, as I mentioned earlier, only 18 minutes in this game, 5 minutes in that second half, combined 53 points over his last 2 games, and he looked like he might get back on track, but that wasn't the case tonight. And again, 1 of 5 from the field tonight, just 2 points. And I do not mind what Doug Christie did tonight with the minutes for both Zach and DeRozan. If you just look at the minutes, DeMar 22 minutes, Zach 18 minutes. I am fine with that. A loss like this is a win in my book because look at the minutes you got tonight. 37 minutes for Keegan, Max 32 minutes, Clifford 22, Monk 29, Precious 19, and Keon Ellis 19 minutes. This is a win in my book because you got to see most of your young guys tonight, the development of your young players. And even though Clifford only had 2 points, I thought his 22 minutes were productive out there on the floor. This is the Maxime Raynaud breakout game for the Sacramento Kings in this game. It's absolutely a phenomenal game by Max Raynaud. The Kings, it was that third quarter that did them in tonight. And also, shout out Russell Westbrook, who came into tonight's game needing just 7 points to pass Tim Duncan for 17th on the all-time scoring list. And the 18-year vet hit a cutting figure role with 7 minutes, I believe it was, left in the second quarter to give him 8 points to pass Tim Duncan on the all-time scoring list. Just phenomenal job for the future Hall of Famer in Russell Westbrook. Tonight, the story of that first half was Maxime Raynaud, who passed the Kings, led them in scoring in that first half. And it was kind of a breakout night for the young player in Maxime Raynaud. And up next, the Kings will continue their 3-game road trip with 2 more days off before taking on the Miami Heat on Saturday. And then you got the Indiana Pacers on Monday before coming home for your next home game on the December 11th against the Denver Nuggets, which was added to the schedule amid the knockout rounds of the NBA Cup, that in-season tournament. So Kings, they are now 17 on this season. So now you got the Miami Heat, or third in the Eastern Conference, and taking on a former teammate named Davion Mitchell. And this is a Heat team. They are first in pace, fourth in defensive rating. They can get it up offensively as well. 12th in offensive rating for the Miami Heat. An underrated move by this Miami team in the offseason. Nolan Powell has been a great addition to that Miami Heat team. It is not going to be an easy game. This is a Miami team. It's not the same Miami team from the past. This Miami Heat team, they play fast. It's not going to be easy for the Sacramento Kings on Saturday night down in South Beach. Again, Miami lost tonight in Dallas, falling to the Dallas Mavericks on this Wednesday evening. So look, coming off a loss, you got the Milwaukee Bucks, who beat the Pistons, and it was like kind of a win-lose for the Bucks tonight. They lost Giannis with a non-contact injury, so hopefully nothing too serious with that injury for Giannis and the Bucks, who his future may be up in the air in Milwaukee. They look to trade Giannis from the deadline. That should get even more wild as we get closer to the trading deadline. The New York Knicks, on the second night of a back-to-back, they beat the Charlotte Hornets in New York. The Bulls lose to the Brooklyn Nets. The Bulls are not a great team. The Clippers, they get a win. It's a bad Clippers team, but they get their sixth win of the season. San Antonio, De'Aaron Fox, unbelievable in that fourth quarter against the Orlando Magic. San Antonio, they get a win. They are now 15-6 on the season. I'm happy for Fox and his success. The Denver Nuggets, they beat up on the Indiana Pacers. Jamal Murray, have yourself a game, young fella. 52 points for Jamal Murray against Indiana. Portland, they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight in their game. So, but in this game, Sacramento Kings now 5-17 on the season. But I will take this loss because we saw the development of some of your young guys in this game. Most notably, Maxime Raynaud, career high, 25 points. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you like seeing the young guys in this game and their development? Let me know in the comments down below. That will do it for this episode of our Kings related podcast, post game recap. And we'll see you next time on Saturday night following the Kings and the Heat for another post game recap. Again, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, put that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. We are also available on all audio platforms, so please hit that follow button, rate 5 stars, and leaving us a little review. That'd be much appreciated. We'll see you Saturday night following Kings and the Heat right here for another post-game recap. As always, take care and go Kings.